So there's some drama happening over on TikTok that I thought was funny and stupid and worth talking about. So this girl here is being held accountable for some choices that she made, and she just doesn't get it. She does not understand why she's facing consequences for her actions, and she is not happy. I can sort of understand being not traumatized, but sort of taken aback. I can understand wanting some evidence because I would probably report it to DoorDash and maybe even the police.
And the police are doing nothing!
And I'm not saying it wasn't messed up, and I'm not saying that it wasn't traumatic. And in my opinion, I would say that it rises to the level of sexual harassment or indecent exposure. So this is why she is going viral. It's her reaction and the fact that she doesn't understand what she did wrong, or she just thinks she didn't do anything wrong. She doesn't understand why she's being held accountable. So regardless of what happened, as far as like where the couch was and how much of him was exposed and all the details, right? Whether or not she was SA'd, and she still doesn't understand, that she wasn't SA'd. She just has such a victim mentality that she just cannot admit fault. And that's another thing she could do, right? At this point, all she has to do is say, listen, regardless of what else happened, I still believe I was SA'd or whatever. She could say whatever she wants. None of that really matters. She wants to make it about her being the victim, because I have a feeling that's just kind of what she does in every situation in her life. Her first reaction and her natural reaction was to play the victim and cry SA immediately. You know, the problem in society, I guess, we all live in a society.
But I simply say this, we live in a society.
Is there are so many people who are constantly in this state of looking for moments to post, right? So when something happens to them, or they experience something unusual, they don't use any common sense. Their mind just immediately switches to, I need to share this mode, right? I need to capture this and share it. Not thinking of the consequences, not thinking of anybody else's privacy or feelings or anything else. It's just, this is something that I need to post so people can see it, and maybe I'll go viral, or maybe they just are addicted to sharing their ideas. They just think everybody wants to see them. So many people like this are potentially ruining their lives simply because they've lost any kind of common sense or just the ability to rationalize or to think through what they're doing. In her mind, this was all going to be about how she was victimized, and that's exactly what she thought, is that she could claim SA, because in the original video, there's a caption, and it's kind of hard to read here because the only version that I could find online is one that's kind of shrunken down, but you can kind of make out what it says. The guy ordered DoorDash, saw that there was a female name for the delivery driver, and then in quotes, she puts, falls asleep on the couch. So in her mind, she immediately thought this guy was doing it intentionally. Now, is that possible? Yeah, of course it is. Again, I will say for the 20th time, it's weird that he would do that knowing a DoorDash driver's coming. Instead of feeling uncomfortable and reporting it,
And the police are doing nothing!
she saw an opportunity to play the victim online in front of all of her followers and to maybe go viral. I would love to know what the guy thinks about all this and what he's going to do, because a lot of people are like, hey, he should probably sue you. Oddly enough, this one, I think she started modding her comments a little bit, because a lot of these are really positive towards her and telling her, don't worry about it. People are just hating on you because you're a woman, stuff like that. So I think she is kind of curating the comments at this point. So yeah, it's a mess. So this is just another example of someone who is far more concerned with being a victim and being right than using common sense and taking accountability. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. I admit that I was kind of an asshole. I spent too much time talking about her being delusional and a perpetual victim when I don't really know anything about her other than this incident. But, so there's some drama happening over on TikTok that I thought was funny and stupid.
And the police are doing nothing!
I can sort of understand being not traumatized, but sort of taken aback. And I'm not saying it wasn't messed up, and I'm not saying that it wasn't traumatic. And in my opinion, I would say that it rises to the level of sexual harassment or indecent exposure. I would concede that that could be considered indecent exposure or maybe sexual harassment.
And the police are doing nothing!
And she is not happy. And people take stuff very seriously, even dress colors. So